So what happens here is that, yes, okay, many of you are coming in with your mouth muted. That is more important here. All right, so if you have any question, right, you want to ask me, all right, if you have any question you want to ask me, you can actually use the emoji, a hi or a thumbs up and all this, okay? Then you can go to the chat. Can you see a chat there? All right, you can actually go to the chat and you can chat with me privately. All right, so for instance, I ask a question, hey, one apple is $2, two apples is how much? Then some of you say, $4, $4. You can actually go to the chat, all right, look for the group chat, all right? Your chat is set so that you'll be talking directly to me. So you can key in, $4, can? All right, so the only way you can communicate with me is through the chat, okay? Then try to keep your video, your audio off at this moment. Okay, so we don't want, any distraction from other people, coming into. Okay, so as you can see, right? Okay, the slides here. Okay, today we are going to do a little bit about fraction. All right, very simple fraction. It's called comparisons of unit. Oh, you must understand that this is very, very important. Okay, must understand that fraction is actually the what? It's a key foundation. Okay, fraction is a key foundation. F stand for foundation. Foundation to what? Passing your mathematics in your primary school. Really. All right. So make sure that your fraction is super what? Super strong. Okay. You need to understand every single number within the fraction. So you know something called the numerator over something called the denominator, right? So what does individual number means? That one is very important. You need to know what it means before you can understand what the question is asking for, and you'll be able to link up the clue. Once you can see the clue, whatever the question asks you, no problem at all. All right. So this lesson is for the primary 3, primary 4. Okay, very, very important. We call it the comparisons of unit. Okay. So remember one thing, for fraction, is the key foundation, right? Okay. In a building, right, you know building? Okay, when you build something, the ground foundation, right, must be super what? This is like the ground. The foundation must be super strong. All right, it must be super strong before you can start building tall, high-rise building. All right. So remember, in order to go, okay, higher, in order to be better, in order to score better grades, your foundation must be super strong. Okay? Okay, so now let's move into what you need for today. If you can see what you need, okay, number one, obviously you need something called a what? Okay, your notebook or your exercise book. If you can, have it with you. All right, for me, I have many of these exercise book with me. Can you see? All right. So if you think that something is very important, something that you need to take note of, write it inside your exercise book under your notes. All right. So you can have your own personal notes. So once you have all these personal notes, right? Wow, you keep on putting all these important things into this exercise book. It becomes your what? It becomes your own notes. So before exam and all this, you can actually take it out to read and all this. Cool? All right. And the second thing you need, of course, is can you please have the worksheet with you? All right. Some of you say, Chad, at home don't have printer. Then like that, how? All right. In that case, right? In that case, if you have an iPad, all right, bring the questions into your iPad so that when I'm talking at time, you can actually refer to the question or just focus on me for this 1 hour. All right. Just focus on me on this 1 hour. If you can get it right, actually, you don't need the worksheet. All right. So if you have the worksheet, it's a plus thing because whatever I write, you can actually write also. Then after that, you can actually refer. All right. But if you don't have, again, please, it's not a big crisis. Chill, man. All right. Chill. So if you don't have it, it's okay. And if you need to do a revision, this will be recorded. This lesson will be recorded. It's live. All right. Not only is it live, it will be recorded. And we at 88 Tuition will be putting this recording up into our website. So it will give you a link. You can actually go to the YouTube and revisit this video again and revise again. All right. So for you, all right, this is all done just for you. Cool. Okay. So next is what? Yes, if you have your stationery with you, that would be great. All right. Pencil, pen, ruler, or whatever. All right. My favorite equipment is actually the ruler. I have it. Okay. And also, yes, I need your full attention and your focus if you can. Right? Okay, so let's go. All can hear me? If can hear me, can you please give me a thumbs up? Try the emoji. All right. You know the emoji, the thumbs up. Yes, yes, Keegan, thank you so much. Yes, Edison, I saw that. All right. So if you can hi and all this, come on, show it to me so that I know that you are all listening to me. All right. Yes, thank you so much. Okay. So again, please try to keep your video off. All right. All right. If you have anything that you want to send me, all right, just go to the private chat and just send me a message. I will read it from there. Is that okay? Okay. And if I ask a question, all right, if you want to answer, just actively go into the private chat, the chat down there, all right, and answer my question. Cool? All right. Okay. Come, let's begin. As I say, comparison of units, super, super important. So we have something like that. Okay. Okay. So this is called the what? Comparisons of units, right? Have you seen all these phrases before? Oh, it's very familiar, right? All these phrases are very familiar. It's like always a fraction of the class. Eh? This class actually represents like the total, all right? The total number of people in the class. So a fraction of the total are boys. Have you seen this type of statement before? Very familiar, right? It always comes out in your primary 3, primary 4. All right. Hey, just to let you know, for those P3 students, right? Any P3 students here? Okay, any P3 students here? All right, thank you. All right, Celesta, yes, thank you. Yes, I'll be keeping your video close. I mean, you don't have to show me. Just give me an emoji, good sign, or hi will do. All right, is that okay? All right, excellent. All right, so if you're P3, right, I tell you this lesson is going to benefit you. How come? Because you will know exactly what the numerator, what the denominator, all this actually means. All right, you'll be very good. For those at P4, oh, you may think that this is super simple, but remember, as I say, the foundation. All right, these are your foundation. You have to be super strong. All right, once you get your foundation right, I tell you, or every kind of question you can do. All right. So once again, I have shut down some of the videos. All right, let's not have videos here. All right, don't want to distract your other classmates because your classmate can see you. Okay, and just to let you know that this recording will be recorded, all right, so that you can next time go back to this link and you'll be able to see me teaching this lesson again if you miss out anything. Can? All right, so back to the lesson here. They say 2/5 of the class are boys. Okay, you have seen this before. Hey, down here, another statement. 3/5 of the class. Hey, very similar statement. The class here, once again, is representing your total, but this time around, they are talking about girls. Can? So I'm just trying to show you that all these key phrases, right, very common. You have definitely seen them before. Continue. The number of boys, now we are comparing boys with the number of girls. And there is a fraction smack in the center. All right, comparing boys versus girls, and there's a fraction in the center. For this, right, I will know that the 2 actually represents the number of boys, and 3 actually represents the number of girls. All right, so next time, right, later, I will teach you how to draw all these arrows. When you have a fraction in the center of 2 different groups, boys and girls, the top is for the front, the bottom is for the back. Okay, so then you take a look at this one, the next statement. Boys is what? 1/3 less. Oh no, this is a very dangerous very dangerous word. Very dangerous word for now. Right? The number of boys is 1/3 less than the number of girls. Can you see that this statement and this statement, they are what? They are not the same. They are not equal. Can you see that? They are totally different. Can? Because the number of boys is 2/3 the number of girls means what? The boys got 2 units, the girls got 3 units. But how about this one? There's a 1/3 and there's a less down here. How? Is it the same or not? Yeah, don't worry. We talk about it later. Okay, so in terms of the sentence, right, one got the extra word less, the other one don't have. Can you see? So all these little tiny things, right, is actually the traps that's laid for you by your school teacher. So do not fall into those traps. Can? This statement, number of girls and number of boys, and there's a fraction in the center. Is this statement here the same as the third statement? Once again, it is not the same. How come? Because of this word, more. Very dangerous word down here again. All right. So let's not fall into the trap that your teacher laid for you. Let's try to go over the trap. All right, and try to score. Can? All right. So I can see that there's about 21 over students coming in. Hey, hi everybody. Thanks for coming in. All right. This is our lesson on primary, lower primary, primary 3, primary 4, and we are talking a little bit about fractions, all right? Mainly something called comparisons of units, whereby you must know exactly what the numerator and what the denominator means. Okay, so if you have something to say, right, something to shout out, okay, chill, people, chill. You can actually go to the chat and drop me a message, all right, and the message will come to me privately, all right. I have just received a message from Shiva Shakan, all right. Yes, I see you. Hi, all right. Good job that you're here. Okay, so let us begin with our first part of the lesson. Can? Okay, let's go. So question 1, right? Can you see not? Question says that there are what? There are 40 pupils in class resilient. Oh, do you know what's the meaning of resilient? Okay, this word resilient actually means tough. All right. Singapore, we are actually a very tough group of people. How come? Because we will be able to what? Not only are we able to cope with anything, any crisis, any COVID-19, nothing. All right. We will be able to come out of it even faster. We'll be able to bounce out of this crisis, this little pandemic, even faster than the rest of the world. All right. So we are very lucky to be here, just to let you know. All right. So do stay home and be safe. Don't go anywhere shopping at this time. All right. So we have to help each other here. Cool. Okay. So here goes. There are 40 pupils in class resilient. 40 is the what? 40 is like the total lah. It's just like your class, all right? Most of your classmates, right? Everybody add up to 40 pupils. Correct? So that is your total. And now we take a look at this fraction here. They say what? 2/5 of them are boys. There is a fraction. Something over something. This fraction, right, is supposed to tell you what? It is supposed to tell you 3 things. Do you know that? Huh? We got 3 things. Only got 2 numbers, what? 2 numbers, how can tell you 3 things? Okay, look at this. 2/5 of them. This them, you must ask yourself, who does it refer to? 2/5 of them. The them refers to the entire class. All right, them refers to your entire class. And in this case, right, your entire class refers to your total. Is that true? All right, so the total of 40 students. Branson, I'm going to remove your video. Yes, thank you so much. All right, so if you can, try to keep your video hidden. All right, I know that you look good. Everybody is looking very good at home. All right, healthy and well. Good, I trust you that. All right, so you can keep your video, as in don't have the video to show me. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. So at this moment, right, 2/5 of them are boys. Look at down here. As I say, got 3 information, right? What are the 3 information? First of all, these 2, okay, these 2 represents what? 2 is like the focus. 2 out of 5. This statement actually means 2 out of 5. So you can read it as 2 out of 5 are boys. That means that this 2 represents your boys. All right. And this 5, 5 is represented by your them, which is like your total. So you're looking at the total as one whole group. So in this case, right, in terms of units, all right, in terms of units, we know that the entire class, right, consists of 5 units of people, all right, from this fraction. I'm just focusing on this statement here. 2/5 of them are boys. So what does 2/5 means? 2 out of 5 of them are boys means 2 of them are boys. 2 units are boys. All right. And the total is your 5 units. I did say, right, one fraction can give you 3 information. So you know the total for this statement, you know the boys, and what else? What is the hidden information? Easy lah. Not boys means what? Girls lah. So down here, girls. All right. So if I have 5 total units of pupils in the class and 2 units are what? Boys. So how many units of girls are there? There will be 3 units of girls. How come? 2 plus 3 must give you 5 what? Can you see not? So remember, every one fraction will give you 3 very important piece of information. Once you know that, very easy to do one. Can? And guess what? Look, I have the what? I have the total number of pupils. This total is actually the actual number of pupils, let's say, in my class. So in my class got 40 pupils. So can I put it on the right-hand side down here? 40 pupils. Can you see not? So I can put in all this information into all these lines. Let me try to fill up, and we try to fill up together. All right. So continue. In terms of model diagram, 2 out of 5 means what? Oh, I need to group them. Do you know that? I need to group them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of this, they are what? Boys. All right. 2 out of 5 means what? Every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of them are boys. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of these are boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of these are boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ayo, sure, very long. Yeah. So some of you, right, say draw model. Yes, you can draw model, but some of the model, right, is actually very time consuming. Can you see? So every 5 of them, 2 of them are boys. That's the meaning of the fraction 2 out of 5. Cool? And you count. How many boys are there? Can we count how many boys are there? Let's go. Look at the green. 1, 2. Remember the shaded are boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So how many boys are there? There are 16 boys. Can you see or not? And from the information, if there are 40 students, 16 are boys, what is the other side of the story? Something is there. What is there? Must be girls, right? Right, not boys means girls. Correct or not? And how do you find the number of girls? Simply take what? 40 minus 16. And 40 minus 16 should give you a what? It should give you a 24. Can? So you have 24 girls here. Is that okay? So can you see now, one fraction only, it gives you a lot of information. And whatever the question asks you, I guarantee you, if the question asks you for the number of girls, no problem. Question asks you for the number of boys, no problem. Question asks you the fraction that represents the boys, no problem. Right? Because you got so much information already. So you must be able to see what? See what the question gives you, the clue, and eventually how you can use your clue to execute and get to the final answer. Cool? And okay, just to let you know, there's something called difference here. Okay, what's the meaning of difference? Difference means what? Big minus small. Please remember this. The meaning of difference means big minus small. All right. So in terms of unit, all right, let's compare the boys and the girls. The girls got more than the boys. Is that true? The girls got 3 units, the boys got 2 units. So what happened? Yes, the girls got 1 unit more. So the difference between the number of boys and girls is that 1 unit. Cool? All right. And look at the number on the right. Look at the actual number. There are 16 boys and there are 24 girls. What is the difference? Difference means what? Big minus small. So number of girls is small, what? So 24 minus 16 is 8. Can you see? And so once again, 3 things can bring you to another clue. Thank you, Edison. It's 8. Yes. All right. So okay, down here, I hope you can understand this, but I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you something else even more powerful, which is what? All right. Remember the clue. The clue gives you what? 40 pupils. Correct? And we come to a conclusion that 5 units represents the total. All right. Look at this. 5 units here and 40 pupils here. They are both talking about the total. If they are both talking about the total, right, they must be the same. So for instance, right, just now I can even say that 5 units, which represents the total, is equal to what? Is equal to 40 what? Pupils, which is represented as the total. Compare total and total. That is fair comparison. All right. In math, you have to be fair in whatever you do. If you look at total, obviously you must look at total again. So you compare this item. All right. Total compare with total. And check this out. If 5 units consist of 40 pupils, right? What is 1 unit? Every time I like to find 1 unit first. All right. This is something which my dad taught me. Right? If you don't know anything, just look for the 1 first. Right? For instance, they ask you, hey, 2 apple is $10. Right? 2 apple is $10. 3 apple is how much? Don't know, right? Don't panic. If 2 apples is $10, 1 apple, go and find that 1 apple first. 1 apple be 10 divided by 2, $5. If they want 3 apple, no problem. 5 times 3, $15. Yes, Felix, I see you. Right, $15, correct. All right, so every time go to that 1 unit first. That is what I'm doing down here. Always look for the 1 unit. So 5 units here represents 40 pupils. How about 1 unit? Here, from 5, how do you get to a 1? you have to divide by itself. 5 divided by 5 is a 1, right? So please, if you do that on the left, you must do that on the right. Why? This is math. Math is about fairness. Whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other side. 40 divided by 5 is what? 8 pupils. Can you see? And if the question is looking for what? How many boys are there? What is the units for boys? Check this out. Boys is here. Can you see the double white tick? Boys is 2 units. So you can simply find 2 units. 2 units is equal to what? 8 pupils times 2. That will give you 16 what? 16 boys. Can you see or not? Hey, here. How come the green color here, right? The green color here, and this white color here is the same? Duh, we are talking about the same boys, right? So they must be of the same number, right? Can you see or not? So actually from this little question, right, we can see that, right, there's a few ways of doing it. You know that? One is to draw model. Once you draw the model, you can start to count lah. Every 5 got 2, every 5 got 2. Then you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got 16 of them. Another method is you can compare the what? Compare the units. The question gives you a fraction, 2 over 5. From this fraction, you have to extract out all the hidden information. Once you got all the hidden information, you show the link. If you have the total, you compare with the total. Once you have the two total together, what happened? Yes, you'll be able to solve any part of the question. All right, the question can ask you in different way. No problem. Ask number of girls. Okay. How many girls do I have? I have 3 units down here. If 1 unit is 8, I can simply find 3 units. 3 units will be what? 8 times 3. That will be 24 girls. Can you see or not? Right, this is the beauty of mathematics. Everything will balance up nicely. One. Huh? Balance? You got 24 girls. You got 16 boys. Plus together, it's back to the total of what? 40 boys here. Can you see or not? Everything will add up very nicely, one. Really. Can? All right, come. Very excited. I'm very excited about this type of question because it's very simple. And when it's very simple, right, that is the part that you might make the mistake. So can you try not to, try not to make any careless mistake out here. Know what the numbers means. All right, must know every single number. Let's look at question 2 here. Okay, so what do you have? I got what? 24 girls. This one is not total. Yeah, this is not total. This is what? We have 24 girls. This is the actual number of girls. So this 24, I purposely put under my girls down here, 24. Can you see? On the right-hand side. I have this information, I put it in, 24 girls. Is that okay? Okay, Then next thing is what? Next thing, I have this fraction over here. Okay, this fraction here is 3 over 5 of the class. What is this? The class. The class is what? Is it talking about the girls only? No, the class is talking about boys and girls. Isn't that the total? Yeah. All right, so this class here, it actually means the total. And 3/5 of the class are girls. So the focus here is we are talking about girls here. So there's a fraction down here. Can you see this fraction down here? Okay. 3/5 of the class are girls. It simply means 3 out of 5 are girls. 3 out of 5 are girls. All right. So if we look at this fraction down here, okay. Once again I say, this fraction, right, must provide you with what? 3 important information. So 3 out of the 5 are girls. So how many units of girls are there? There'll be 3 units of girls. So units of girls down here, we can write 3. What does the 5 represent? The 5 represents the class. Can you see? Right, learn to draw all these arrows. It's all this arrow that is very helpful to you. All right, 3 out of 5 are girls. So the 3 units are girls. The 5 units are the total. So the total 5 units I can put down here. So what do you see again? What do you see? You got 5 total units, right? 5 total units that represents your class. Your class got what? Boys and girls, right? So if there are 3 units of girls, means what? What is the other side of the story? This is the hidden information. There will be 2 units of boys here. Can you see not? So the 2 units of boys plus the 3 units of girls must add up to 5 units. Correct? Math, fairness. All right. And yes, Felix say what? Felix says that the answer is 16. The answer is 16 again. Yeah, correct. Yeah, very good. That means you are a little bit faster. Chill. All right. There are some P3 students here. Let me just go at a right speed here. All right. Good job that you can actually get the answer. Yes. Shiva Shan Khan. Yes, I got it also. All right. So moving on. So what is the clue? The clue is that there are 24 girls, right? Check this out. I know that there are 3 units of girls. I know that there are 24 girls. Can you see not? So I have girls and girls. Girls and girls means what? They are the same. They are girls. So we can say that 3 units of girls actually represents what? 24 girls. Right? They are comparing the same item. So we can say that they are equal. Yes. All right. So 1 unit, always look for your 1 unit first. Okay, find the 1. So from 3, how to get to 1? Oh, it's like 3 apples, $24. How to find 1 apple? Divide by 3 lah. Yeah lah. So 24 divided by 3, that will give you 8 girls. So we know that 1 unit represents what? 1 unit represents 8. Okay, then the question is looking for what? How many boys are there? Look at your boys. Boys got how many unit? All right, boys down here got how many unit? Okay, boys down here got 2 unit. Can you see here? Yeah, so let's go and find 2 units. Okay, if 1 unit is 8, 2 units will be what? It's like 1 apple is like $8. 2 apple, 8 times 2 lah, 16. Correct. So down here we have 16 boys. All right, so I can put in the 16 boys down here. Hey, if the question asks me for the total, don't panic. Find what? Find the 5 units. If 1 unit is 8, 5 units will be 5 times 8, 40. Can you see not? And can you look at the numbers again? 16 boys, 24 girls plus together. Is it a total of 40? Yes. Very good, Anderson. You got me. It is the same question, but it is in a different way. You are right, Anderson. All right. So again, right, in school, in your test, in your exam, the question, right, is more or less the same one. Really, for fractions, it's more or less the same. But sometimes you just look at it, this one is a little bit different. But actually, they have the same element inside. Can you see or not? Look at question 1 and question 2. Exactly the same. All right. You don't believe, you look. Okay. But it's just different way of what? Different way of asking. All right. Okay. So let's continue. All right. So once again, if they ask you about the differences in terms of unit, what is the differences? Differences means somebody must have more than somebody. In this case, yes, it's still that the girls is more than the boys. All right, Branson, you call me to slow down. Sorry, once I get excited, I tell you, it just keep coming very fast. I'm sorry. All right, let me slow down for you a little bit, Ken. Okay, so in terms of differences, it means what? It means more minus less. So there are 3 units of girls and 2 units of boys. So the difference once again is the 1 unit. Okay, and in terms of the actual number, the actual girls 24, actual boys 16. What happened? 24 minus 16, the differences is 8 again. You must know this word differences. All right. Some of my Sec 1, right, Sec 1 students, they don't know what is the meaning of differences. Differences means big minus small. Just remember that. All right. It is simply that. Okay. And as you can see, right, everything will balance nicely. Looking at this portion, right, this portion where we compare the units with the actual number. Okay. 1 unit, is it 8 girls? 1 unit is 8. So once again, everything balanced out nicely again. This is the beauty of mathematics. Really love math. All right, because everything, it balanced nicely. All right. Then in terms of model, you want to shade lah. Wow, 3 out of 5 of the class are girls. Means out of 5, there are 3 girls. So out of 5 here, there are 3 girls. Like that. Correct? Out of 5, there are 3 girls. Out of 5, oops. Out of 5, there are 3 girls. And out of 5 again, oops. Okay, there are 3 girls. Can you see? So, draw model, very long leh. Not enough leh. Not enough means what? Total question say there are 24 girls. How many girls have you shaded only? You have shaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Must draw model. Yeah lah. If you want to draw model, you draw lah. All right. Means that what? Means that in the center, I have to take out my ruler. I have to draw. Draw what? More units. Can you see not? This is my ruler and my pen drawing. Just to let you know. So are you going to do that or not? It's waste time lah. Yeah lor. So sometimes, right, if you can, train yourself. Train yourself to what? Use other methods to assist you. All right, I know that primary 3, primary 4, your teacher always use model one. That is perfectly okay. But sometimes I tell you, if you draw model, the total of 40 people like that, all right, it can be quite time consuming. All right, you see, many of you are falling asleep, right? Yeah. Then again, what happened? Again, you have to start to group them again. Okay, out of 5, 3 are girls. 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 Okay? This question, you don't have the total. That's the reason why I didn't draw the 40 pupils. Can you see now? Yeah? All right. So I saw somebody give a hi. Hi. All right, that's Navini. Is it Navini? All right, hi. Okay, so how many boys are there? Then you start to count the empty spaces. All right, then you start to count the empty blanks here. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Are you going to do that? Really? Huh? All right, so if there's an easy method, right, we choose the easier method. Can? All right, come, let's move on to question 3. Okay, don't get angry, Why is this? There are 16 boys here. Hey, the clue. The clue is 16 boys. It's not the total. It's not the total. This is the actual number of boys. So this 16, where do I put? I put under the boys here. Here, on the right-hand side. Look, 16 boys. Can you see not? Yeah. So got 16 boys, put under the 16 boys. Then here comes the clue. What's the clue? The clue is this fraction here. Number of boys is 2/3 number of girls. All right. Number of boys is 2/3 the number of girls. Yes, Edison, you caught me again. Every time like that. It is the same question, but it is in a different way. You copy and paste, right? Same also. All right. So down here, look, you have the number of boys. Talking about boys is 2/3 number of girls. So in terms of model diagram, how are you going to draw? You need to know the boys got how many units, the girls got how many units. So I will usually do this. Look at here. Look at here. All right. Look at here. The top right. All right, this top portion, this numerator 2 is for the boys. This denominator 3, all right, you draw the arrow, is for the girls. So in terms of model diagram, you draw what? Boys got 2 units and girls got 3 units. All right, this is what you have learned in your model diagram. Is that true? Yes, but in terms of unit method, actually this is called unit method. I just call it comparisons of unit. Primary 4, you learned this already. But for P3, not really. I know. All right. So in terms of model, yes, you can draw something like that. No problem. Okay, girls got 3 units. Or simply, right, don't draw model. All right. Just look at this portion of the what? Statement. Number of boys is 2/3 number of girls, which means that the boys got 2 units. All right. Numerator is for the boys, for the front. Denominator is for the back. Girls got 3 units. Once again, these 2 information, good enough? Not good enough. Why? You can find the total. Because if got 2 units of boys means got 3 units of girls, right? Question say. So what's the total? Total means what? Boys plus girls. 2 plus 3, 5 units. Can you see now? So once again, they give you 2 things. The third thing, you must learn to extract it out. That's the hidden information. All right. And look. The question says they got 16 boys, right? Look at the information. Okay. Which 2 numbers you have one? All right. You got what? Boys, 2 units. You got boys, 16 boys. Hey, boys and boys, the same what? They are boys, right? So what happened? 2 units here represents the boys. How many boys are there? 16 boys. So they are the same thing. If they are the same thing, you can compare them fairly. Boys and boys. Nothing wrong with that. Go and find your 1 unit. Always look for your 1 unit. So 2 apple, $16. 1 apple, 16 divided by 2. Please write this statement. 16 divided by 2. Show your teacher that you actually know what is happening. It's 8. 8, we can say 8 pupils lah. Can? So now, what is the question looking for? How many pupils are there in the class? They are talking about the entire class. Entire class got how many units? 2 units of boys, 3 units of girls. The total here is 5 units. So you are actually looking for 5 units, which is your entire class, which is 8 times 5. Total got 40 students or 40 pupils. And this 40 you can actually put down here. You see? So that's the answer, 40 pupils. Can you see or not? Yeah? And if they ask you girls, no problem lah. 40 minus 16, 24. So once you get the number correct, right, you just make the fair comparison. Once you got the fair comparison, whatever question they ask you, no problem one, okay one. Okay? If they ask you, hey, what's the differences between boys and girls? Differences means what? Big minus small. The girls, 24. The boys, 16. 24 minus 16? 8. Can you see? And 8 pupils, right? 8 pupils, very familiar. 8 pupils actually refer to 1 unit, right? Is it true that down here is a 1? Yes, it is. Can you see not? Everything is fair again. So again, these 3 questions, question 1, 2, and 3, can you see that we are talking about the same thing? But the fractions given to you, the clue that is given to you is what? Totally different. All right, sometimes they give you boys, sometimes they give you girls, sometimes they give you the total. Can you see not? But they are always talking about the same thing. All right, so you must be able to recognize this. Question can change, but your understanding cannot change. Cool? All right, let's go to question 4. Can you go a bit slower? Sorry again. All right, Navini, all right. Excited, very excited, all right? Because once again, it's a live session. And guess what? There's over 31 participants. Wow, I feel so good. Thank you all for coming. All right. So let me slow down a little bit for you. Okay, I promise. This time I'll go slower. Okay, so let's look at question 4. What do you have? There are 40 pupils in class resilient. All right. What is 40? 40 is your total. So this one is your total. Okay. So if 40 is your total, okay, I will put into the total portion here, which is what? Total class got 40 pupils. And because I know that there are 40 students, right? Can you see that my unit down here? Right, my drawing here, my model, right? I got all the 40 students ready. Can? But how many to shade and all this? Yeah, so that's the problem. So let's go to look at the clue. Let's go and look at the fraction. What's the clue? Here. Okay. The fraction says that what? The number of boys is 1/3 less. Ayo, this word, very dangerous. Right? The number of boys is 1/3 less than the number of girls. Is this the same as part 3? But part 3, right? Look at question 3. Sorry, look at question 3. Question 3 is talking about number of boys is 2/3 number of girls. What is the difference between these two statements? Look at this statement and look at this statement. All right, this statement and this statement here. Can you see what's the difference? Yes, the fraction is different, but something else that is different. The extra of this word, less. Or this is the danger. This is the danger. All right. You cannot tell me that 1 unit. Teacher say that 1 is for the front one, and the bottom is for the back one. All right. For question 3 is like that one. So everything is like that. Not true. Not true. You have to read properly. Number of boys is 1 out of 3 less than the number of girls. This keyword less. All right. You put 5 star down there. It's super dangerous. So this statement and the question 3, this statement is totally different. Question 3, yes, I know. You're comparing 2 persons, boys and girls. The numerator is for the front, which is for the boys. The denominator, which is the below, is for the girls, for the behind. Can you see? Okay. But this statement, because of the less word, you have to be very careful. Why less is dangerous? Okay, good question. Okay. So for this, right, you have to read it as what? Number of boys is 1/3 less than the number of girls, which means what? Which means that the 3, it is still for the number of girls. So the girls is still a 3 units. But the boys, is it a 1? No. You have to read it as what? You have to read it as the number of boys is 1 less than the number of girls. You have to read it as the number of boys is 1 less than the number of girls. Girls got 3 units. All right. Girls got 3 units. The number of boys is 1 less. Means 3 must minus 1 to give you 2 units of boys. Can you see or not? All right. Andy, I'm going to try to close your video, all right? Because I don't want to be able to, let me off your video for you. Okay, I'll be stopping your video now, okay? All right, so just focus on me will do. If you have a question, Andy, actually you can go to the chat, all right? You can type in some question down there, all right? I do not understand. Okay, don't worry, slowly, all right? So at this moment, right, this statement, all right, it is not the same as question 3, that statement. Okay, so down here, the statement, as I repeat again, number of boys is 1/3 less than the number of girls. So the 3 is still represented by the what? All right, the 3 is still represented by the total number of girls. Okay, it's still for the back. The bottom is still for the back. But for the boys, right, you have to read carefully. Number of boys is 1 less than the number of girls. 1 less than what? Number of girls got how many? Number of girls got 3 unit, what? So what is 1 less than 3? 1 less than 3 is a 2. Can you see now? Why? Because 3 minus 1, is it a 2? All right. So in terms of model, right, 1 less than 3, all right, how do you draw? Very difficult, right? So in terms of model, you have to know first how many units is the boys and how many units is the girls. Since we know that the girls is what? 3 units. Let me extend this out to 3 units like that. 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit. And the boys is what? 1 less than the girls there. 1 less than the girls means what? 3 minus 1, 2 lah. Can you see not? So the boys must be like that. Is this correct or not? Yes, right. Right. So this type of statement, right, as I say, is very dangerous because of this extra less. All right. Later, I'll show you the word more. All right. It works the same as this, but you must be able to read it carefully. Look at the yellow color. Number of boys is 1 less than the number of girls. That is how you are going to read for this type of statement. Okay? Slowly. Don't rush into it. We do it slowly. Okay? All right. So now, if the boys is a 2 units and the girls is a 3 unit, what can you do again? Boys and girls together is the total. Total will be your 5 units. Can you see or not? So once again, if you can understand from this statement, right, you'll be able to extract out this hidden information. 2 units of boys, 3 units of girls give you 5 units of total. All right. And guess what? The question gives you a total also. So you have the total, you compare with the total again. Total and total, they are the same thing, right? So you can say that 5 units represents or equal to 40 pupils. All right, 40 pupils. And what happens? The question wants what? Look at the question. Question wants you to find the differences, differences between the number of boys and girls. So how? You can look at this portion here, differences. Can you see? Number of boys is 2 units. Number of girls is 3 units. Can you see? So 3 minus 2, yes, Navini, is 1 unit. You are right again. All right, 1 unit. Correct. Yes, so 1 unit is what? So you must go and find the 1 unit here. Okay, 1 unit is equal to, if 5 units is 40, 1 unit will be 40 divided by 5 to give you what? 8 pupils. And 8 pupils will be your answer. Can you see that? All right, Branson, you want to repeat? Yes, don't worry. All right, later the next question will be something like this question. Then we can do a comparison. Then that part you will actually be able to understand again. All right, so don't worry, Branson. All right, be patient. Let me do question 5 with you. Okay? All right. Yes, Chloe, yeah, answer is 8. Yeah, correct. Answer is 8. Okay, so the question is asking for the differences between the number of boys and girls. 8. All right, it's actually the 1 unit. Okay? All right, 1 unit is 8 pupils. Correct. Very good. Okay, so number of boys here, what can you do? You can actually what? You can actually find. How come? Because boys got 2 units, what? If 1 unit, right, is 40. Sorry, if 1 unit is 8, what is 2 unit? You can actually fill up the information here. 2 units is actually 8 times 2, which will give you a 16. 16 boys here. And how to find girls? Oh, girls got what? 3 units here. So I can find 3 units is simply 1 unit is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Can you see or not? As you can see that these numbers, they keep repeating, right? All right, it's not 16. Yeah, 16 is boys. So yeah, that's good. All right, so you can see that these numbers, they are repeating. How come? Because it's actually the same thing. from question 1 to question 4, we are actually talking about the same thing. Do you know that? It's just that the fraction and the phrasing of the English is a little bit different. Some got this extra word, some don't have this extra word. Some, they give you the boys, some they give you the girls, some they give you the total, they give you the difference and all this. Can you see or not? But actually they mean the same thing. So you have to understand what individual number means. Once you can understand the idea here, you'll be able to do whatever question. All right. Natalie, can you close your video? Sorry. Okay, let me close your video for you. Okay. All right. So once again, if you have anything, you can put into the chat. Can I? Okay, okay. Now, one more thing. Let's go and look at question 5. Right? Question 5. Right? Question 5 is something like question 4. However, there's only one difference. What's the difference? Look at this word. Number of girls is half more. Again, this more, very what? Dangerous. Put a 5 star down there. All right. So again, we have what? We have girls versus boys. And we have a fraction in the center. Hey, is it the same as question 3? The numerator is for the in front. The denominator is for the back. Not true. All right. This one, because of this extra word more. This question is actually very similar to question number 4. Question number 4, there's this word less. Question number 5, there's this word more. All right. So be careful of this extra word more. All right. This is the danger. So once again, what do you do? Okay. Once again, what do you do? So this fraction, what does it mean? 1 out of 2. Number of girls is 1 out of 2 more than the number of boys. The denominator 2 is for the back. All right. It's for the boys. Then the girls, girls got how many units? Don't panic. How do you read it? All right. How do you read it? You read it as what? You read it as number of girls is 1 more than the number of boys. You read it as the number of girls is 1 more than the number of boys. What's the meaning of more? More means you have to plus, right? So what is it? Is it like the trap of the question? Yes, Vavani, you're right. Navani, sorry. You're right. That is the trap of the question. Because sometimes with this extra more or this extra less, it changed the entire fraction. Do you know that? It changed the entire sentence. All right. So that is the trap. So if you know that's a trap, right, you have to avoid it. All right. So you have to go a little bit slower. All right. So the more or less is a little bit more dangerous. Yes. All right. So down here, you have to be careful. You read it as what? Number of girls is 1 more than the number of boys. All right. So if the number of girls is 2 units here, no. If the number of boys is 2 units here, what is the number of girls? Number of girls is 1 more than the number of boys, which is 1 plus 2, which is a 3. Can you see or not? All right. So this one you have to, yes, the more and less are dangerous. Yes, correct. All right. So what is the total class already? Now you know number of girls is 3, number of boys is 2, total units is 5 here. In terms of model, right? In terms of model, what happens? You draw what? Girls, 3 units. All right. And boys, 2 units. Can you see? Okay. So you have to be a little bit careful in this situation where the more or less comes after the fraction. You see here? All right. This is the word more comes after the half. Look at question 4. The word less comes after the 1/3. Can you see not? All right. Question 4 and 5, they are somewhat the same. One is more, one is less. It's different from question number 3. Number 3, do you see at the back? Down here got anything or not? Down here got anything or not? Don't have. All right. So if you have a fraction in the center of 2 items, yes, the 2 is for the front, the 3 is for the back. But if you have an extra less or more after the fraction, this one you have to slow down a little bit more. And you have to read carefully. For this, right, question 5, you read it as number of girls is 1 more than the number of boys. Boys is what? Boys is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Megan, yes, thumbs up. Very good. All right, that means you understand. I hope so. Yes. Hey, Ethan, hi. Okay, Victoria also thumbs up. Very good. All right, I see a lot of thumbs up. All right, hopefully that this is something helpful. It's very simple. I know. All right, it's very simple. All right, Celestia, all this, everybody got thumbs up. Juby, I see you. I see you. All right, Chloe, last year. All right, Felix, yeah, very good. I see all of you. Very good job. All right, that means you are still focusing on me. That's very good. All right, I thought that I will bore you now. All right, but I guess that I didn't. All right, that's good. Okay, so let's continue with this question 5. Let's finish it. What's the clue? The clue is there are 8 more girls than boys. Huh? The clue is there are 8 more girls than boys. What is this 8? Is it the total? Is it the boys? Is it the girls? Or is it the differences? Yes, this 8 more represents the what? It represents the differences. So once again, right, the clue may comes anywhere one. All right, the clue may give you the differences. Then you must be able to see the linkage. The clue may give you the total. Then you must be able to compare total with total. Down here, they say that there are 8 girls more than the boys, which means in terms of my model, right? In terms of my model, this is the what? This is the 8 girls more. Is that true? All right. The 1 unit is the 8 girls more. All right. So they are trying to say that the differences is 8. The differences is 8. But the question, they will not tell you straight in the face, 8. Differences is 8. They never say such things one. They will just say what? There are 8 more girls than boys. But this clue here, it simply means that what? It is the differences. So the question can give you boys, number of boys. The question can give you girls, number of girls. The question can give you total. The question can give you differences. So you must understand that what clue is given to you. In this case, the clue is what? The differences. And if the differences is 8 pupils here, you have to compare differences with differences. All right? You got 3 units of girls, you got 2 units of boys. What's the differences here? The difference is the 1 unit here. 1 unit. So you can say that the 1 unit here and the 8 pupils is the same. 1 unit equal to 8 pupils. Okay? Look at the question. What is the total number of pupils? Total is how many units? Total is 5 units. Okay, go and find 5 units. Easy. 8 times 5 give you 40 pupils. Yeah. So this is your answer again. Right? 40 pupils is your answer. Can you see that? And if they ask you boys, boys got how many units? Boys got 2 units. What? 1 unit is 8, 2 unit is 16. How many girls? Got 40 total students. 16 are boys. 40 minus 16? 24 girls. Can you see from question 1 to 5, the fractions, the clues, everything different. Some gives you the total, some give you the differences, some give you the fraction half here. See, half more. Then question 4, they give you the fraction 1/3 less. Then question 3, they give you what? 2/3. Then question 2, they give you 3/5 of the class. Then question 1, they give you 2/5 of them are boys. Can you see or not? The fractions are different. The clues are different. But look at every of the answer that we written. Look at every of the answer. Look at the below portion. Look at the below. What happened? All the numbers are the same. All the numbers are the same. It just really depends on what the question is asking and giving you. All right or not? So again, right, this statement here, can you see? All these 5 statements, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They actually represents the same thing. It's just different ways of asking. Can you see that now? All right. Okay, so let's go on to question 5. Andy, you say that what? Let me see. Where? You say that, but it says that girls have 2 times more than boys. Really? Where? Question 5. Number of girls is half more than number of boys. Nope. Nope. It doesn't mean that. All right. So this half, right, you have to read it as what? All right. 1 out of 2. The 2 represents the what? The 2 represents the number of boys. And the number of girls is what? The number of girls is 1 more than the number of boys. It doesn't mean twice, what? All right. You are saying that the number of girls have 2 times more. Nope, not true, what? All right. So read the question a little bit. Are we going to shade the model? No, we are not going to shade. How come? Because this model, right? This model down here. All right. Do we have the total? We do not have the total. All right. If we do not have the total, then how to shade? All right. So they are a little bit different. The ways of asking, all right, is different. However, the conclusion is the same. All right. Now I know, Andy. Yes, I'm glad you know. That's good job. All right. A thumbs up for you. All right. So in terms of model, right, sometimes, right, this shading portion, let's not shade it. All right. Why? Because you have to draw 40 boxes. Thank you. Shazana. All right. I see you. All right. But can we try not to have videos? I'm sorry. All right. Because thank you so much, Shajana. All right. If you have a thumbs up, just give me the emoji will do. All right. Good job. Okay. So if we can try to save time, right? Yes. Thank you for thumbs up, Aiden, and all this. All right. If we can try to save time, right? Don't have to draw model. Ethan, thank you. And yes, Megan, hi. All right. Kai Ming. Oh, Kai Ming, hi. And Tom, good. Juby, hi. Good. All right. And MOE. MOE. Very funny, your name. Colin and Estelle. Hi, Colin. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. So again, right, if we can try to save a bit of time, right, let's save the time. Don't have to draw model. All right. Use something called the comparisons of units. Let's go and look at this additional one question here. Question 6. Question 6 and 7 different already. All right. Let's take a look at this question. There are some ice cream in the refrigerator. Oh, my favorite ice cream. Ice cream and chocolate, my favorite. And the first clue, look at the first clue. Check this out. The first clue. 2/5 of the ice cream are chocolate. Yummy. All right, 2/5 of the ice cream. This ice cream represents the what? This ice cream represents the total ice cream. The total ice cream. So look at this statement. Look at this statement. All right. Hi, Edison. Hi. All right, look at this statement. 2/5 of the ice cream are chocolate. So it means that what? There is a total of what? There is a total of 5 units are ice cream. But 2 out of 5 of them, 2 out of 5 of them are chocolate. Can you see? So the first clue 2/5 of the ice cream are chocolate. This one is like your question number, your question 1 like that. All right. They say 2/3 of them are girls or 1/3 of them are boys, something like that. So 2/5 of the ice cream are chocolate. So the 5 is the total what? Total ice cream. The 2 is the focus, right? 2 units are what? Chocolate. All right. So 2 out of the 5 are chocolate. So that's how you read it. So the total ice cream is, total got 5 units. And out of these 5, 2 units are chocolate. 2 units are chocolate. Can you see? Hey, what is the third information? You got 5 total ice cream unit. You got 2 units of chocolate. So 3 represents your others. 3 represents your others. That is from the first fraction. Okay? Now, let's take a look at the other fraction, the other clue. The other clue says that what? Half of them are strawberry. Half of them. This them represents what? This them represents the total ice cream again. The total ice cream that is inside your refrigerator. So looking at this statement, half of them are strawberry. So these two is for who? This 2 is the them. The them represents the total ice cream. How do you read this fraction? Teacher Ben, I'm taking notes. Very good, Victoria. You should be taking down notes. All right. And don't worry, if you think that I'm writing too fast, right, it's perfectly okay. Don't worry. All right. The more important thing is you listen to me. All right. And you can understand that is the most important thing. In terms of writing and all this, don't worry. All right. This lesson, right? This lesson will be what? This lesson will be recorded. It's actually already recorded already. All right. And this recording will be put up into our website. So sometimes when you got nothing to do, you want to see my face again, right? You can actually go to the website and you can click on the link. This link will bring you to something called a YouTube channel. Yes. And you'll be able to view this lesson again at your own time, at your own pace. All right. So don't worry if you cannot fully catch up or teacher, you're talking too fast. All right. I'm trying to slow down already. As I say, I'm getting very, very excited. All right. Because all these are knowledge that I want to pass to you. All right. Yes, a lot of you taking down notes. Even me. Yes, even you. Good job, Aiden. Good. All right. I see your time's up. Good job. All right. So let's continue with this portion of this question. So 1 out of 2 of them are strawberry, which means that what? The 1, right? The 1 unit here is your strawberry. All right. So 1 unit is your strawberry and 2 is your what? Them. Them is your total. So total is 2. All right. So what is the hidden information? The hidden information is total got 2 units. 1 is strawberry. The others is 1. All right. The others down here is 1 unit. Can you see not? Then you'll be taking a look. Hey, sure. Not fair, leh. Very weird. Okay, tell me what's weird. The weird thing is down here, right? What do you see? The weird thing is down here, total ice cream is what? Total ice cream is 5 units. Then down here, the total ice cream is what? 2 units. Hey, something wrong. Yes, something wrong. So this type of question, you have to slow down a little bit. How can one fraction tells you that the total units is 5 units? And the other fraction, the total is 2 units. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. So how? For this question, you have to slowly attempt. You have to try to bring the two numbers to the same level so that you can compare fairly. All right. You must try to bring the two numbers to the same level so that you can compare fairly. All right. So one of them is a 5 units. The other one of them is a 2 unit. So how to bring the two numbers to the same? This one in primary 4, you learn this thing called what? You learn something called the common multiples. For the P3, I'm sorry, you haven't learned this yet, but never mind. You still can do. All right. So multiples means what? Multiples means your timetable. So multiples of 5, how come? Because this number here is a 5. Let me list out some 5 timetable first. M5 means multiples of 5. So what are the multiples of 5? Means your 5 timetables. All right. So we can have like 5, 10, 15, 20. Correct? Hey, can we list out the multiples of 2 also? All right. So M2 represents the multiple of 2. All right. Represents the, wait. Oh, okay, I pressed something. Okay, let me go back to my slideshow. Okay, M2 represents the multiple of 2. Okay, so multiples of 2, example are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So once again, let's take a look at the what? Let's take a look at the question. What clue is given to you? Okay, the question says that down here, the total is what? 5 units. The question says down here, the total is 2 units. We are talking about the same total. How can one be 5, one be 2? Cannot be. I don't believe. So how? So how? So if you cannot be, you cannot compare one as 5 unit and one as 2 unit. They are talking about the same thing, the total. So you have to try to bring them up to the same number. So if you look at the multiples of 5, can you see that there is a 10 here? And look at the multiples of 2, there's a 10 here. So in this case, right, the 10, right, is like the common number. The 10 is a common number for 5 timetable and for the 2 timetable. And do you know something about fraction? Fraction is something which you can adjust accordingly. For instance, right, this one, 2 units here, I want to give a 10. So I purposely times a 5. All right. It means that my this fraction, 1/2, right, the denominator I times 5. If the denominator I times 5, my numerator I also need to times 5. That is fraction. Fraction you can adjust up and adjust down, right? All right. So 1 times 5 is a 5. 2 times 5 is a 10. Correct or not? Yes, sometimes the question gives you as 5/10. Then they say, hey, give me to the simplest form. Can you go toilet? Yes, please go toilet. Go, quickly come back. All right. Shazana, you have a question? You can ask it through the chat. All right, you can just type it in. I will read the question. Okay, 5 times 2 is 10. Yes, 2 times 5 is 10. Correct, Andy. That is correct. So 5/10, right, is actually, if you reduce the simplest term, is back to 1/2. Right? So nothing wrong. Right? So if you know how to reduce to the simplest form, you can actually increase also. But remember to be fair. The denominator multiply by 5, your numerator also must multiply by 5. Okay? MOE, you do not understand. Slowly. Let me continue first. Then slowly, if you see certain things, you will understand one. Don't worry. All right. Let me repeat this question again in question 7 also. All right. So question 6, you may be a little bit blur, but okay, don't worry. After that, you'll get a little bit clearer. I promise you that. Okay. So 5/10 is the same as 1/2. Why do I change the 2 to becomes a 10? Because I want to be able to compare the two fractions together. All right. So now, right, on the other side, The total ice cream down here is 5 units. I purposely times 2 so that it becomes a what? It becomes a 10 units. All right, how come? Because I need to compare fairly. All right, I need to compare fairly. Both sides must be what? 10 units for the what? For the total. You cannot have one that is 2 units and one that is 5 units. Cannot. Both must be of the same number. So what is the same number between 2 and 5? 2 times table, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 5 times table, 5, 10. 10 is the common number. So you must try to make it to a 10. Okay, so if you make it to a 10, you need to times 2. All right, if you times 2 for the bottom to make it to a 10, all right, what must you do to the top? Whatever you do to the denominator, you must do to the numerator. 2 times 2 is 4. Can you see or not? All right, teacher Ben, you mean 5 over 10 equal to half? Yeah, duh. All right, it's true. How come? All right, this is called what? Equivalent fraction. Hey, come on, you learned this already. All right, equivalent fraction means what? 5 over 10. If you reduce the lowest term, is half. Do you know that 2 over 4, you reduce the lowest term is also half? Do you know that 3 over 6, you reduce the lowest term is also half? Can you see or not? So I can confidently say that 1 over 2 is equal to what? 1 over 2 is equal to 2 over 4, which is equal to 3 over 6, which is equal to 4 over 8, which is equal to 5 over 10. All these are equal. This is called equivalent fraction. All right. I can see that many of you are getting the blur face. Huh? Why is it like that? Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Slowly, slowly. All right. So after another question, question 7, you will be able to see a little bit clearer. Okay. So let me just go on a little bit first. So at this moment, right, I'm trying to bring the what? The two fractions to be of the same number so that we can compare fairly. Can? So if I move on, okay, so I have something like that. Okay, some of you will just think that, okay, the simple way of looking at it is like this one. 2/5 of the ice cream are chocolate, right? Okay, so 2/5, right, versus 1 over 2 are strawberry. All right, so 1 over 2. So now you have these two fractions, 2 over 5 and 1 over 2. How to make the total the same? How to make the denominator the same number? The denominator here is a 5. The denominator here is a 2. All right, so how do we make it to the same number? Down here, I purposely times what? Times 2 to give you a denominator 10. Down here, I purposely times 5 to give you a denominator 10. Can you see or not? I want the denominator to be of the same number. That is the conclusion here. All right. But for fraction, you know, if I times 2 at the denominator, I need to times 2 for the numerator, which is a 4. If I times 5 for the denominator, I need to times 5 for the numerator, which is a 5 here. Can you see that? Yes, slowing down. All right, once again, very excited. This is why I do not understand question 6 and 7. Okay, slowly, slowly. Don't worry. All right. So down here, right, what do you see? So 4 over 10, right? 4 over 10 can be what? 4 over 10 can be written instead of 2 over 5. 5 over 10 can be written instead of 1 over 2. Why? As I say, equivalent fraction. All right. The meaning of equivalent fraction means, as I say just now, right? For instance, you have 1 over 2. You can actually increase it to what? 2 over 4. How come like that? 1 times 2 lah. Then 2 times 2, 4 lah. You can also increase this to what? 3 over 6. How come? 1 times 3, 2 times 3. Can you see? So they mean the same thing one. All right. They mean the same thing. It's just that the simplest form is given as a half. But is 3 over 6 the same as half? Yes. Is 5 over 10 the same as half? Yes. Is 10 over 20 the same as half? Yes. All these are what we call equivalent fraction, whereby we are able to adjust up and down. All right. So if we can understand that, right, we are trying to make the what? The denominator here of the same number. All right. Because the denominator represents the what? It represents the total. So the total needs to be the same in order for us to compare the two fractions. So what happens here? Here, we have 4 over 10 of the ice cream are chocolate. Instead of writing 4 over 10, all right, I'm sorry. Instead of writing 2 over 5, I can write it as 4 over 10. It means what? It means that the 10 represents the 10 represents the total ice cream now. and the 4 represents the chocolate. So total ice cream is a 10, chocolate is a 4. If you got 10 units of total ice cream, 4 units are chocolate, there's 6 more what? Others. All right. And the other fraction here, 5/10 of them are strawberries. The 10 here is the them. Them is the what? Total. And the 5 here represents the strawberry. Okay. So 10 is your total units. 5 is your strawberry. Can you see or not? Can you see that your total here and your total here, are they the same number? Yes, they are the same number 10. That is what you want. All right. Because you got 2 fractions here, you have to learn to compare them fairly. So 10 and 10 the same already? Yes, it means that everything is in line already. So let's look at the strawberry. If you got 10 units of ice cream, 5 units are strawberry. That means the remaining 5 are others. And what is under the others category? These others consist of what? It consists of chocolate. All right. It consists of chocolate and it also consists of peanut butter. I call it PB. PB stands for peanut butter. All right. Victoria, 1/2 equal to 2/4 equal to 3/6. Yes, all the same. I kind of get it. Yes, very good, Victoria. All right. Those are what I call equivalent fractions. All right. So next time when your school teacher teach you about equivalent fraction, this is called equivalent fraction. 9/18 is the same as 8/16. It's the same as 7/14. It's the same as half. They are all the same. So sometimes don't scare yourself with fractions. They are actually the same, but you're actually frightening yourself. They are actually very fun one. All right. Does that mean that 4 units are chocolate and 1 unit is peanut butter? Navini, very good. Just now you don't understand, but now you understand already. You can talk to me like that. Means that you understand. So chocolate is your 4 units. Correct. Then your peanut butter must be your 1 unit. Can you see or not? So under the chocolate down here, the others represents what? It represents strawberry. And it also represents what? Peanut butter. So the strawberry down here is 5 units. And the peanut butter is 1 unit. Can you see not? Everything add up beautifully again. You got 10 units of ice cream. 5 units is strawberry. The remaining 5 units is what? 4 units are chocolate. And 1 unit is peanut butter. Once you get this, everything can do already. Look at the clue. I love fraction. I love fraction too. So yeah. All right. Okay. I already learned equivalent fraction at school and I'm at decimal. That is even better. All right. But I feel that this fraction is very important. That's the reason why I want to make sure that our foundation is rock solid. Our foundation is strong. Then we can move into other topics like decimal. Peanut butter's always 1 unit. Not always for this question only. All right. So let's take a look at the clue. What's the clue? All right. I can see that many of you are understanding really good. There are 120 more strawberry than peanut butter. Look at strawberry. Strawberry got how many units? Strawberry got 5 units. Peanut butter got 1 unit. Is it true that strawberry is more than peanut butter? Yes, strawberry is 5 units. Peanut butter is 1 unit. So strawberry is 4 more unit. All right. It's 4 more unit more. 4 units more than the peanut butter. Look at the clue. There's 120 more strawberry. There are 4 units more strawberry. Are they the same thing? They are the same thing. So when they are the same thing, you can compare. 4 units actually represents your 120 more strawberry. Go and look for your 1 unit first. All right, 1 unit will be equal to 120 divided by 4. That will give you a 30. What's the question looking for? How many ice creams are there? What is the total number of ice cream? How many ice cream are there? All right. How many units of ice cream are there? Looking from the fractions, right? You got 10 units of what? You got 10 units of ice cream in total. So go and find 10 units. 10 units will be equal to, if 1 unit is 30, 30 times 10. Whoa, you got 300 what? You got 300 ice cream. Wow, that's a lot of ice cream. All right, if I got so many, I will definitely share with you guys. All right, so can you understand? All right, if you can understand this, I tell you, it's very, very simple already for the future. I learned decimal already, Colin. Oh, that's good. All right, but for this lesson and the next lesson, I want to talk a little bit about fractions still. Right, because primary 3, primary 4, sometimes there's this fraction, right? The real and the fake fraction. Huh? Got real and fixed fraction. God, that will be the next lesson. All right. So fractions are very, very important because fractions will come out in your primary 5. It will come out in your primary 6 also. So you make sure that your fraction is very, very strong. All right. If not, your primary 5, primary 6, you will have a lot of problems. Okay. So these 2 lessons, mainly on fractions, very important because they are your foundation. Okay. So the answer here is 300 ice creams. Can you see or not? Okay, so let me just go on to the next portion. Okay, the last question here, question 7. All right, I need to go a little bit faster for this. Okay, but once again, don't worry. This recording is being recorded already. Recording being recorded. So if you need to repeat this lesson again, you can easily go to our website. All right, it'll be up in about 2 days. Just give us 2 working days. All right, and we'll be able to put this live recording, all right, as a video for you to go and look through again. All right, if you have any doubts, you can actually stop at a particular moment, listen to me a few times. After listening a few times, it will go in one. You will fully understand. Then you read yourself, okay, this is like that, this is like that. Oh, yeah, I understand. Right? It's always like that. All right. So keep listening. Don't give up. When are we learning decimals? I'm not so sure yet. All right. Maybe after fractions. All right. Since many of you are doing decimals, maybe for the 3rd lesson, the next lesson, we'll do a bit of decimals. Okay. All right. So, okay. Let's look at question 7 quickly. At a housewarming party, all right, you go into the house and warm it up. All right. At a housewarming party, hey, I'm not coming for the next lesson. Why? Why that? Okay. But if you're not available, it's okay. All right. You can actually go to the recorded, all right, recording. All right. We will keep all these recordings as a record. So any time of the day, you can actually go to the website. All right, go to our website and look for these live lessons. And under the live lessons, there's this portion whereby you can actually look at the recording again. So don't worry, all right? You can actually learn something any time of the day. So question 7, come, let's go and do it quickly. At the housewarming party, 3/7 of the guests, okay, we have this clue here. 3/7 of the guests were adult. What does it mean? All right, what does it mean? It means that 7 units represents your guests. That means 7 is a what? It's a total number of people there. And 3 of them were your adults. Can you see that? All right. So 3 out of 7 of the guests were adults. So we have total guests is 7 units. And we have the adults is 3 units. So what is the opposite of adults? Not adult means children. All right. Teacher Ben, you mean there are lessons next week, the following week, and the next week? All right, we will try to have more lessons because of this COVID-19. We want to make sure that you are up to date. All right, we want to make sure that you are knowing what is happening. So when you go back to school that time, right, what happened? You'll be able to catch up with your school teachers on things that you miss out and all this. Remember, resilient. Yes, you must be tough. You must be ready to what? Ready to be able to bounce back to the normal self. All right, whereby before the COVID-19, you'll be learning so much from your school teacher. Yeah, so we want to make sure that you are tough enough in order to, when everything recover, yes, you'll be able to go back and back to normal. Things will be you'll be able to catch up with your school teacher faster. All right. So 7 is the total number of guests. 3 is the adult. So number of children will be 4 units. 7 minus 3 is 4. Not adults means children lah. Can? All right. And next one. There's another what? There's another fraction here. 2/5 of the children were boys. So down here, this is another fraction. 2/5. Hey, this 5 represents what? 5 represents the children. And 2 represents the boys. Careful, All right. Children is 5. So total children is 5 units. 2 units is the boys. 2 units is the boys. What can you tell me? Girls, yes, girls is 5 minus 2 is 3 units. All right. So you have to be a little bit careful down here. Why? Because the clues gives me what? Look at the 2 on the left and the right. Children down here is what? Children down here is 4 units. Children down here is 5 units. Different number. Yalah. Then how? This is the time where you have to bring the number to the same again. All right. So you have 4 units and you got 5 units. Right? Two of them different number. Don't worry. Multiples of 4. Okay, you can write out 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Multiple of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. Can you see that 20 and 20 is the same number? So I purposely bring the children to 20, to number 20. All right? Because here is a 4, here is a 5. And we are talking about the same children, right? How can they be of different number? I don't believe. So I purposely bring them up to the same number, all right, which is 20. The multiples of 4, multiple of 5, the common multiple is a 20. So if I do that right, here is what I have. Total children is 20. Total children here is 20. Yes, this is what I want. But be careful. If the children and children is 20, 20, the fraction will also change. All right. So previously down here, 2 out of 5 of the children were boys. So down here, I need to times 4 to give me a 20. Denominator times 4, numerator must times 4. All right, remember equivalent fraction. So 2 times 4 will be 8 over 20. So 8 over 20 are boys. All right, so down here, the fraction should be 8 over 20, whereby 20 represents the number of children and 8 represents the number of boys. So down here, I can have 8 units of boys. Once again, 20 is the total, 8 is boys. That means girls is 12 units. Okay. Then go on to the other side. The other side, what do you have? Down here, the children down here, I need to times 5 to give me a 20 units, right? Remember? So when you times 5 for the children, you have to be fair to everybody. So everybody down here also must times 5 times 5. All right, you have to be fair. All right, so 7 times 5 will give you a 35 units. 3 times 5 will give you a 15 units. So in terms of presentation, you can actually write as 15 over 35 of the guests were adult. All right, let me write it down first. So 15 over 35. So it means what? It means that your 35, right? Equivalent fraction also. 15 over 35 is the same as 3 over 7. 3 times 5, 7 times 5. All right, whatever you do to the numerator, you do to the denominator. So 15 of them are adults. 35 is the total guests. So 35 is the total guests. 15 are adults. Do they balance up? 35 minus 15, is it 20? Yes, everything is balanced up nicely again. Can you see that? So now let's look at the question. Once you can understand this portion, right, let's look at the question. What fraction of the guests were boys? So the question wants a fraction. Something over something. Fraction means you have to give something over something. And the question wants boys. So on top must be boys. All right. On top must be boys. All right. What fraction of the guests? What fraction of the guests? Guess is what? The total. So the fraction wants the boys over the guests. So boys got how many units? Boys got 8 units. Guests got what? 35 units. So your answer will be what? For part A, the answer, the fraction is actually 8 over 35. Yeah. So 8 over 35 represents the boys law. Can you see or not? Yes. Must we do it in the simplest form? You cannot reduce. 8 over 35 cannot reduce to the simplest form. If can, you have to. But this one cannot. So you just leave it as 8 over 35. You cannot divide by 2. 8 can divide by 2. Okay, you win. But 35 can divide by 2? Cannot. All right. So if cannot reduce to the simplest form, this is the answer already. For part B, what's the question? How many guests were there at the housewarming party? Look at the clue. There were 48 what? There were 48 girls. Girls is what? 12. So you can say that 12 units represents what? 48 girls. Girls compare with girls. All right. So 1 unit will be what? Oh, 12 times table, I know. 48 divided by 12 is your 4. 4 people. All right. Or 4 guests. What's the question looking for? Total what? Total guests. Total guests is 35 units. So you're looking for 35 units down here. So you take 4 times 35 to give you a 140 guests. And that's your answer. All right. So I hope that this one you can understand. All right. If you cannot understand, don't worry. As I say, this is already recorded. All right. then you can actually go into review it a few more times until you can fully understand. All right. But why we must reduce it to the simplest form? Because that is the standard. Right? For mathematics, your teacher have certain standard. So standards means what? Your teacher, for instance, they give you 4/8. They want you to automatically reduce to the simplest form, 1/2. All right, this is a standard whereby when they see that, they will give you a tick. All right, so you just abide to the standard that your teacher wants. And this standard will last you through into secondary school also. So if you can follow it, always put your answer to the simplest form as best as you can. Cool. All right, so this portion here will be the last part of the lesson already. Okay. For students, right, if you want to practice a little bit more, for P3, right, you can actually go on to our 88 tuition, right? All right, look for lesson 29. All right, you can actually practice a few questions there. And for P4, right, you can actually go to lesson 15 and lesson 16. All right, down there got more questions that you can practice on. And if you have some questions, right, math-related questions that you don't know how to do, can you please send a WhatsApp message? Send me a WhatsApp message, all right, to this number here. 89330213. 89330213. All right. So this is for mathematics only. Yes, if you don't put to the simplest form, you will minus mark. Your teacher is very strict on this. So give your teacher what they want. Cool? All right. And that's it for this lesson. All right. Hopefully this lesson you learn something. And please remember that your fraction, right? The foundation is very, very important. Make it rock solid. Nothing will go wrong after that. Cool. All right. Thank you for all your thumbs up and bye-bye and all this. All right. I'll see you in the next lesson. Next lesson will be the same timing, I believe. All right. Any updates, just go to our website. All right. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. All right. Go to our website and down there we'll list out the timing for the next lesson. Cool. All right. I'll see you then. All right. In the meantime, stay safe. Take care, please. Don't go out to play. Stay at home. Be good. Don't be naughty.